What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Grind channel. Before we get going, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, like the video, hit that bell notification so you know when another video goes live, and also comment down below what you think about Morpheus Network. As you would have seen from the title, I get asked this question a lot. Is it too late to be investing in Morpheus Network after seeing the gains that it's had recently? And my answer to that is no. If we have a look starting off at the market cap, it's still pretty small at 85 million or 86 million. It's just changed 86 million. So the market cap is still relatively low when you have a look at compare it to VeChain, which is its closest competitor, and you have a look at VeChain is sitting at $2 billion. So taking that into consideration, it is absolutely not too late to invest in Morpheus Network. I do think that this is going to see some massive gains. I think that it's probably going to overtake VeChain as the most used logistics chain going forward. And the reason for that is that Morpheus Network is blockchain agnostic, which means that it is inoperable with any blockchain that any company would like to use. So, for example, if I am running the XRP ledger and you're running your business on different various apps on the Ethereum network, as an example, we can still conduct business and have our logistics run through the Morpheus network because it is a middle platform, it's a middleware. So we are interacting with the Morpheus network, and my customer would also be interacting with the Morpheus network, and we would be able to still do everything and pay for everything in various coins, in most likely Morpheus if you choose to use that, but we would still be able to interact. Where VeChain, you have to be sitting on the VeChain network, so it is very limiting. If I want to do business with you, I prefer to use the Morpheus network. I don't want to have to go through the issues of implementing VeChain, but you are on VeChain. It's most likely that we are not going to be interacting together if you want me to be on VeChain as well. So then I would say to you, go to Morpheus and we would then interact through the Morpheus platform. Even if you still want to be on the VeChain network, we can interact through Morpheus. So I think that Morpheus will see some serious growth. Remember that the logistics industry is worth something like $15 trillion a year. So that this small little 86, 85 million is nothing compared to what we will see going forward once crypto sees mass adoption. So that's one of the reasons why I see that Morpheus is going to definitely be a better investment going forward. Obviously, because of its small market cap, you're also going to see better returns compared to VeChain, which is its next closest competitor. Going into the next bull run, VeChain already has had its chance, and we've seen it have a massive explosion at the height of the previous bull run. Right now, it's obviously come back a lot with the rest of cryptos. Morpheus Network has not been exposed to a real bull run yet. The coin was around at the previous bull run, but they were still in a very big building phase. So they didn't see the exposure that VeChain saw. I think in this coming bull run, the exposure to Morpheus Network is there compared to VeChain, which has already had its chances. So I think Morpheus will see a big explosion because people are going to be looking for the big gains. They're going to be looking for lower market caps with a solid project, and Morpheus fits straight into that sort of category. So another reason why I would say Morpheus is probably the better one to look at. Overall, their technology, I would say, is actually slightly better than VeChain. It's been slightly better designed. And also having a look at their actual partners that they're working with, there are a lot more than VeChain. When you look at Morpheus, they're working with Swift, they're working with Ripple, so there you're going to see some cross-border payments. Whether you don't want to use your fiat currency, which is Swift, or you want to sitting on a ledger, which Ripple is right there. Salesforce, one of the biggest sales companies in the world and one of the best software packages in the world when it comes to sales. Obviously, you're going to have other things, Microsoft Dynamics. You've got your sort of logistics partners in DHL and UPS and FedEx. Again, you've got Stellar as well. Chainlink, which is massive because that's where they get the interoperability from. Seriously solid partners, and this list is not exclusive. There are going to be some massive partners added in the long run as well. Comparing that to VeChain, which do have some really big partners. They've got IBM, they've got Microsoft, they've also got UPS. So I'm not discounting VeChain, and I don't think it's over for VeChain. I just think that it's not too late to get into Morpheus network. So if you are sort of on the back foot thinking it's too late, I would say no. It is sitting at nearly $2. Also, I would like to point out that I have spoken about Morpheus before. When I did, it was sitting at $1.30. So if you did get into the coin when I first mentioned it, you'd be 50 cents up on your investment in only about 3 or 4 months, which is pretty good going considering that we are in a bear market at the moment. Another thing that I'd like to point out is that the supply is extremely low for Morpheus Network. So it's going to come to a point where the price is probably going to explode because of the limited supply. Now, it's not to say that VeChain itself has a bad supply. When you're looking here, the supply is still not that bad. We've seen coins with supplies of a lot higher. But this price point here would probably see a lot more people getting excited because they say I'm only spending 2 cents. But when you look at that overall supply here of 85 billion, that's why we have such a high market cap. So that 85 billion means you're not going to see a real sort of explosion compared to what you would see with Morpheus, where we only have 47 million coins in supply. So even though we're sitting at $2, it can go a lot higher and the value of the coin can become a lot more because we've got such a low supply of coins. So all in all, that's the reason why I would say not too late for Morpheus Network. If you are considering getting in, maybe start dollar cost averaging in. I do think, again, I've repeated this in various videos that I've done, I think we are going to see a pullback of price of all the coins. We're just going to see it settle a little bit. We're not in a bull run. I sort of see it as a fake out and consolidation phase before we start to see an explosion towards the end of this year into the beginning of next year. The markets that you can get Morpheus pretty limited right now. I think the biggest market that you can get it on is KuCoin. So once we see some tier 1 listings, I do think that we're going to see the price absolutely skyrocket as well. So start stacking up now, DCA. I do think that this is a solid project, solid team behind it. If you want to know more, check out my other video on my channel where I go into a bit more detail about the project itself. Lastly, just wanted to go onto the social media just to show you 1 or 2 things that still gives me confidence for Morpheus Network. Number 1, they have been given a spot in the Google Startups Canada. So again, they're just growing their business. They've been recognized by one of the biggest tech businesses in the world in Google. They've been given that sort of funding from a startup phase, and also that recognition and that popularity will start to come. And the second one that I wanted to show that they are growing their business is that they're actually working with some consultants from South America. It is down here somewhere in South America and Latin America. So they are trying to grow their business into more parts of the world, which again is massive. This is a huge industry as well. So if they can get themselves and get their footprint in that industry, you're going to see some seriously good price action. So that's my take on it. I don't think it's too late. I have said it a few times. I think Morpheus Network is a fantastic project and one that I would recommend. Remember, nothing that I do say is financial advice. Make sure you're doing your own research. It is your money that you are investing at the end of the day. So make sure you're comfortable with the money that you're going to be investing, and only put in what you are comfortable with losing. That is the biggest sort of secret and hack that I can give you when it comes to investing. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think about Morpheus, what you think about price predictions, and I'll see you in the next one.